I look at the sea, how lovely it is, but regrettably I feel I won't be able to swim here again. Well, when I close my eyes, the first thing that hits me is the sound of the sea, and that gives me the incentive to get in. You can't resist it. We're living on memory all the time, because after all said and done, life is very brief. We're alive 1 minute and it's gone. Tomorrow is yet to come. Yesterday is already gone. And the present is already disappearing. I'm 103 years young. I've got another 103 years to go. I used to swim all year round. A pool is static water. There's no movement, there's no infinity. It's all caged in, whereas the sea goes on forever. I would much prefer to swim in the sea because the sea is much more buoyant. I think there's a magnet somewhere in the sea that pulls me in. Also, it's got good movement. We have waves, I can surf on the waves, and sometimes it's calm. Now, it's on rare occasions I go in the sea. I was only about 3 years old. I went swimming on my own in a reservoir. I pushed off from the other side. I hadn't worked out what would happen if I couldn't swim, and I did the dog paddle. I'd never heard of it before, but I just did it, and I just managed to get to the other side, and I think I love water since then. Well, I was born in a cottage with a toilet down the bottom of the garden. When you finished on the toilet, down comes a shit cart, we call it, and he would take the bucket out, poured it into his cart, and there was a trail of sewerage all the way down the road, and what was left tipped it all into the river. Only the other day I heard on the radio that the water board is being fined quite a lot of money for discharging sewerage into the rivers, raw sewage. Well, why dump it into the sea? The one thing that's got to be dealt with, and dealt with soon, is pollution. Must get rid of that. I have a camping van. I looked for the smallest van with the most useful interior fittings. The reason I come down to it is because I can park it on the seafront here, which is right against the water and right where I live. So it's so very convenient. And I come down here and I put my bench out, stretch my legs out and think, England is a wonderful place. And we don't really appreciate how lucky we are. Almost anywhere you go on the island, you just go down a little bit of a cliff or a path and you're in the sea. So that's great fun. I came here in 1970, long queue to get on the boat to get to the Isle of Wight, and we went around various places. Of course, wherever we got close to the sea, I would strip off and have a swim. I took a liking to it then. The medical officer for health used to come down every morning and call on me, and we both go down for a swim, and there's some houses up above. Of course, their sewage goes straight into the stream. I said, "Do you see that, Doug? Raw sewerage coming down." He said, "Did you know, Bill?" He said, "You don't so much as go swim here as go through the motion." sea swimming is an exercise. It's a very excellent exercise. I do believe that exercise of all kinds will help you to live longer. It not only helps you to live longer, it helps your brain to live longer. And I feel, and I'm told, that I'm quite lucid. And at 103, I suppose I can't grumble. Unfortunately, of course, the radio said the other day that all the rivers in Britain were polluted. They never mentioned the sea. There's no need to, because all the rivers come into the sea. And that makes me worried about swimming in the sea. But it's worrying to think that the pollution is there. The sea now is not like it used to be. In 1935, I signed papers for a 3-year apprenticeship with a French chef. To carry a turbot, I had to put both arms around it and it would cover the whole of my body. The halibut, the eyes would look me straight in the eyes and the tail was dragging on the floor. Now, that's the kind of fish that I remember as a boy of 1935. Nowadays, it's getting smaller and smaller. Certainly the fish that I used to take in from the delivery van, I don't think we'll ever see again. Although, having said that, the sea is remarkable in the way it can recover. I'm going to live to see it. A nice clean sea, nice clean rivers, and I'll be able to swim back in them again. I sit in my chair and listening to the radio, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this, but I don't. I never used to be like that. Good Lord, it's me again. That's quite more recent. Yes, I think my bad habits I've got into would be very much relieved if only the sea was clean. I could just pop down, have a little swim, back home again. If I had my time over again, I was so satisfied with it, I wouldn't want to change any of it. I couldn't wish for a better way to live. Everything. There's one or two, of course, moments when things weren't quite so good, but by and large, a wonderful life. I thoroughly enjoyed it all.